Hello, I'm CodeBrain, and I'm going to teach you how to place water in Halo 2 Vista. Okay, first you're going to make your water shader using Gorilla and Photoshop. Then we're going to make our level with 3ds Max, and we're going to apply the shader we just made. And then we're going to test with Sapien. Okay, so we're going to start off with Photoshop. Inside Photoshop, make a new file. Make sure that it has a width of 128 and a height of 128. Now, go over to where it says Layers, Channels, and Paths. You'll start at Layers. Click Channels, go down to this button. It will say Create New Channel. Click on it. Make sure that it says Alpha 1 and it says this is black. It won't say it's black, but you'll know it's black. Now, that's pretty much it. Click File, Save As, go outside to your Scenarios folder, go out to your Data's folder, inside your Halo 2 Map Editor folder, and go inside Scenarios, go inside Bitmaps. If it's not there, create a new folder called Bitmaps. Inside there, name the folder whatever you want, but in this case, I'm going to name it Bitmaps. And inside, you're going to make sure that you name this right. Name it Lightmap Translucency. The name doesn't really matter, but it fits. So, make sure that it's a TIFF and save it. Make sure that you use LZW as it will lower the file size. Close close Photoshop. Open up the Halo 2 map launcher and click Bitmap Creation. Go down to where your image is and click Compile Image. Now notice that it said Explicit Alpha. Yours probably says Color Key Transparency. If it does, I'll show you how to change it to Explicit Alpha. So, after you made your bitmap, go inside Gorilla. Open up your bitmap. That will be inside your data folder. So you would have to go out, actually, it will be in your tags. Go inside to Scenarios, Bitmaps, and then Bitmaps again, and you'll see Lightmap Translucency. Click on that bitmap. Make sure that you see that it's white here, and when you click on Show Alpha, it's all black. If it is, that's a good thing. Now, go down here and see Format. Normally it will be set on Color Key Transparency. Change this to Explicit Alpha. Then compile the bitmap again. Then you will see that it will say Compressed with Explicit Alpha instead of Color Key Transparency. Okay, now that we made that, we're going to make a new shader. So, start by making a new shader. Click on this box right here and find the template for your water. In which case, it will go down, it will be in the shaders, in shader templates. Go inside the water and make sure you choose Water Pool Shader Template. Make sure that you set this check mark right here to check on water. Set the material name from default to liquid thin water, and then click liquid thin water right here. That's good. Now set the dynamic light specular type to default, and then change it from diffuse to default specular. Change the specular brightness to 1, and that's it for that. Now we're going to put in our bump map. From where it says bump map, click the little box right here. Now we're not going to be here. We're going to be back out in the shaders. Inside bitmaps, you go inside Scenarios, Bitmaps, and then click on Water. You'll click the water. Now, for the reflection type, go back, you'll be in Radiator. Go back out, go inside Scenario, go inside Bitmaps. Click the thick box that says Reflection Maps. And then go all the way down where you'll see Water. Now, as for Frenzel map, many people say to use Frenzel, but I personally use the Headlong's Ocean Plane after a user told me. You probably know. Now click multi, click Headlong, and then go down and click Ocean Plane. Now, as for the bitmaps, you should have downloaded them before you downloaded this tutorial. It's in the post that I gave you, called Cornman's Bitmaps. Now, inside each image of a bitmap, you need to make sure that the unused bot flag is unchecked. You gotta make sure that this is unchecked, otherwise the bitmap will not work. So make sure that every one of these bitmaps that you're using is not checked with unused. So right now I'm going to check each one. See, Ocean Plane has to be this though. Actually, no. Actually, you know what? For Ocean Plane, make sure that it's unused. Actually, no. Go ahead. I'll check it. Because I did it before and messed up. Oh well. Anyways, now we're gonna set the bump scale. Click this and then click 0. Click cancel. So just start here, start here, start here. Okay, so change this to 0.30. Change this to 0.30. Make sure that these are both set to 0. As for this, we're going to change this to, we're going to go inside here, change this from constant, to all the way to the top for identity. We're going to make sure that it goes through 0 through 15, and the time is 0.5. And click the range button. And that's how it should look. For the light map translucency, remember that bitmap we made in Photoshop? We're gonna use that bitmap now. So go inside your scenarios folder, inside your bitmaps, and inside bitmaps again, and then put in light map translucency. For the color, you want to make it look like whatever you want to see it underground. Not underground, underwater. So move it up to a color that kind of looks like water. I'll use that. And for the light map translucency alpha, make it 1. And that's it for the shader. Now just click File, Save As, and save it inside your level folder, inside shaders. So go inside Scenario, Shaders, Multi, and make a new folder for your level. We're going to be making a test room, so I just named it test room. And inside, save it as whatever shader you want to use in. I'm going to name it ocean shade, water. Okay, so now close it. Now, we don't really need Gorilla anymore. We're going to be using 3ds Max now. Okay, so start by first making a box map. Remember, this is only going to be a test level. If you wanted to try this with another level, go ahead, but just make sure you're following the example. Make sure that it's about like 5,000 in length, 5,000 in width, and 2,500 in height. That's good enough. And zoom out the middle mouse button so you can see your box. Okay, now that we got this, select your box, right click on the box, click Convert into Editable Mesh, click the Polygon tool and select all the faces. Click Flip. You should now be able to see inside your box. Okay, now select every face on the top, not the bottom face. Make sure that it's not selected. Give this a material ID set of 1. Do the exact same thing for the bottom. but in order, you won't be able to get it. To fix this, click Ignore Back Facing, then select the bottom of the wall, the box that we just made. Make sure that it's set to 2. It will automatically say 2, but just make sure that you actually type in 2 and click Enter. Okay, now that we got that, we're going to tessellate this this floor a couple times. So make sure tessellate is saved at 0 right over here, and make sure this is 0. Click tessellate a couple times, maybe 3 times is enough. Click to vertex mode. Select all the outside faces, outside vertexes. Just select all of them. Now, even though sometimes on mine, for some reason, it says that it doesn't select some, but it actually does. So don't look at these, look at this one. Now, just to make sure, hold Alt and the middle mouse button, and you'll be able to look around and see which one isn't actually colored. As you can see, I'm missing one. There we go, now that should work. Okay, now we got this. We're going to click the Move tool. And move down to the left viewpoint and hold down and move up. Probably making a little box, somewhat. Okay, that should be good enough. Now, we're gonna import the Master Chief, because, oh wait, we don't really have to, never mind. I'm thinking for something else. Alright, so now we're gonna be making a plane now. We're gonna be making it whatever you want. I'm just gonna use it in the top view. I'm gonna make a plane. And I'm gonna bring it up just a bit. Hold on. Okay. And I should be able to move it. There we go. Okay, so move it up a bit. And if it's too big, use this tool right here. Uniform scale, and make sure that you only select this plane, otherwise your whole level will shrink, and we don't want the level to shrink. So just move it down to size, maybe about the size of the wall. Somewhat. Okay, that's good. Alright. Now, right-click on this object and set it to and convert it into editable mesh. Select all the faces and make sure that you're selecting all of them. Then click Set the Material ID to 3. Now that we got all of our things set up with material IDs, we're going to make the materials. Click M and you'll bring up the material editor. Start out by making a totally new multi-sub object. Discard the old material. Set the number of materials to 3 because we don't obviously need 10. Now, go here and make sure and type in plus sky. Inside here, we're going to name it the exact same thing, plus sky. Click on the gray box right here next to defuse. Click on it and give it something of a blue sky. I use light blue. And click this box cube, go back out. Inside here we're gonna make the level outside. So the top part is the sky right here. That will be our sky. This will be the next shader that I'm going to do, and then the plane will be our water. So type in FIM flat light scratchy. Oops. Make sure that you have the underscores instead of spaces. Now, copy the entire name and paste the name right there. Give the diffuse to something of a dark lighter gray, so we know the difference. Click the box cube. Now we're going to stop here because, as you can remember, normally we have to use a shader collection in order to get our shaders. But our shader is not referenced in there. Well, we're going to do that right now. So, start by going inside your tags folder, then inside your scenarios, your shaders. Click on Side Shader Collections. Open this up with Notepad. You see, go down almost like all the way to the bottom, and you'll see something like this. Copy this, then go down towards the bottom, make a little enter space, and then just paste it in here. Name it what whatever you're going to do. So I'm just gonna name it My Level Shaders. And for right now, for this, you're gonna name it whatever you want, but make sure it's a shortcut. So I just named it Test What for Test Water. Not that big of a difference, but. And you have to type in the directory, in which case, this is where our shader is. To find out where your shader is, you're going to start from your tags folder. From there, you're going to go click shaders. From scenarios, you're going to click shaders, multi, your level, and that's where your shaders will be. Copy the directory from where your shader is in. So in this case, it'll be scenario shaders multi-test room. That's where our shader will be for this shortcut. Now, once you've done that, click File, Save. If you get an error saying that you cannot do this, you need to set it so it's not read-only. Okay, now, once you've done that, type in test what if you're using my way, and type in the name of your shader. So I'm going to type in ocean water. Now, select all the words inside this material name. Make sure you get all of it and copy it. Go inside here and paste it. And one more thing I should remind you. To make your water be able to walk through and be able to see both sides, you need to add a question mark and an exclamation point. Inside here, we're going to change the water so it's blue. We're going to, oops, there we go. Give it a little bit more blue color. And we're going to copy that. Click the blue cube, go back out, and give this the same name. Now we're going to give it the question mark and the exclamation point. Select the entire level itself, and then click Assign Material. It should look something like that. It doesn't look very good right now, but it will be fine as we get later along. Name this as something of like My Material or something. It doesn't really matter what you name it, because this doesn't get read. This doesn't get read. Only this gets read. Okay, now. So now that we got this, we're just gonna close it. Now, before we can do anything else, we need to place in our box. In which case, here's how we do it. We're gonna place in our sphere. It doesn't matter what it is, I just like using spheres, and the tutorial says to use a sphere. Name this B_level root. From here, you're gonna make sure that it's click the move tool. You're gonna make sure that it's at 0, 0. Make sure your level is also at 0, 0. If not, then it will not work. Your plane doesn't have to be. Your plane is fine. The water where it is. Okay, now select everything but the sphere. Make sure that you have two objects selected. You can tell if it says it right here. Click the Select and Link tool. Hold on, hold the mouse button and bring it over to the sphere. Click and make sure that you're not selecting any of the of your level, and go inside. Select by name. Inside you should see B_level root, and under it, whatever you named your box and whatever you named your plane. go to File, Save As, and go inside to your Halo data folder, and go inside Scenarios. Then go inside to Multi, make a new folder here called Test Room. Inside there, make a new folder called Structure, but we're not going to save our file there. For now, we're going to save our file right here in this folder, so save it as Test Room. Now, click File, Export, change this to Bungie you-know-what, then head down to your Halo 2 map editor folder, and go inside Data, Scenarios, Multi, Test Room, Structure, and make sure you save it as that. And don't worry if the files that you see in this tutorial are already there, it's because I made it. So, close 3ds Max, we're done here. All we have to do is compile it. So, click Compile in Light, make sure that it's dropped high, because remember this is only going to be a test. So, do this, and then click Compile Low. Make sure that it always says Duplicate Shader and Found Override. Now, since it's going to take a while, I'm going to pause it, and I'll do it later after. Okay, once Tool is finished making our map that we just made, make sure, as I said before, that make sure that it finds your shader, saying that it said override for shader, and it says your location. If it does not say this, then you messed up with naming the shader in 3ds Max. Okay, close this and open up Halo 2 Sapien. Alright, here comes the moment of truth. Open up your level scenario. From here, we're going to open up our level. Give it a moment as mine will load. And as you can see, after you loaded the scenario, you'll see that you have your water. You can see they have real-time reflections, and if you go underneath it, ta-da! Transparent, and you'll be able to see right through it. And it actually feels like water. And so that's my tutorial for putting water in Halo 2 Vista. Enjoy!